to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now Wilson on 1st down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people are wanting to put it.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Get up! Go! We got three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
22.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Flush to his right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2. They'll try and run with Freeman. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing left side, it's complete. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Shotgun. Check 26. Hang out. Bam.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good. This will be caught at about the 5. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run forward with Petty. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Steps away to his... And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Out to kick is Janikowski. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Tough 1st half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw is Ryan. Flushed out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Right 25. Watch left. Tight. Space. Go. 21.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Now Rashad Penny, and they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
19.
Play action. It's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
Renegade, renegade, renegade. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds